As the Huskers took the field here on Wednesday, there was breaking news that happened late Tuesday evening with the status of wide receiver Tyjon Lindsey. Hi, Sean Callahan here for HuskerOnline.com. Lindsey asked for his release Tuesday night, received it, and on Wednesday, offensive coordinator Troy Walters talked about Lindsey's decision.
Well, he came in and asked for his release, and so we granted it. He felt like he wanted an opportunity at another place, and so right now we're focused on the guys we have. And Cade Warner went in last week and did a great job, and I told the guys in the meeting rooms that whoever practices well, they're going to get an opportunity. And when your number's called, you got to be ready to make the most of it. And everybody has to prepare as if they're going to play 80 snaps. And so, we wish Tyjon all the best, but the guys that are in the room, we've got to focus on them, and they've got to be ready to go.
How was this game a surprise?
Yeah, it was. He was getting better and better. He was frustrated with the reps he was getting, and so he wanted to move on. And so we just got to focus on the guys that are here. We feel like we've got enough talent to win with the guys that are here, and it gives other guys opportunities to go out there and make plays and help this team win.
And Walters even commented on things like blocking, which there was a big improvement this past week on the perimeter with the receivers.
Yeah, it's a huge part of our offense. Most of the run game, we have perimeter passes off of it. And so if you can't hold up on the perimeter, you're probably not going to play as much as you'd like to. And we have the saying, no block, no rock. And the guys have to understand that we're a team. It's a team, and as receivers, we've got to be able to block the perimeter, protect our brothers who catch this perimeter screens. We got to block for the running backs. Big plays are created because the receivers are getting after it downfield.
Going on the road this week to Wisconsin, communication will be a big thing, especially a night game atmosphere in Camp Randall, and that will be a challenge for freshman quarterback Adrian Martinez.
So all of those pieces of the puzzle that we've been talking about since January are starting to take hold. Now, here's the deal, okay? And this is what I told them. I said the challenge for a young guy like yourself is you feel like you have to live up to the reputation of that game, right? And then you start doing things that you don't necessarily need to do and all that sort of business, you know what I'm saying? Your ego takes over. I said, okay, so we're going to find out. And we play Wisconsin this week, right? Just do your job, just like you did last week. No more, no less. That's all we can ever ask of you. And then to find out you guys thought he played nice, I guess, and all that sort of business. Was this past game luck? We're going to find out. And he just has to build on that sort of mindset every week.
Meanwhile, at the running back position, last week, Devine Ozigbo got a lion's share of the carries against Purdue, but now with Maurice Washington healthy, he's been practicing this week, and he will play in this game on Saturday.
What do you call it? The depth chart is for the fans and you guys. For me, you're going to have to earn it in practice and earn it during the week, okay? So just Devine, obviously had a great game last week, but that doesn't mean that at the end of the day, what will happen on Saturday? Because where we're at right now, it's day by day we're going to get better, and the guy that's producing in practice, you're going to have to earn it every single week in my room. I can tell you that much.
Is Maurice doing better in practice this week?
Yeah, he's had a really good week of practice. He was sick last week. It is what it is. We're not going to play a guy in our room that, unless it's an emergency situation, unless you go out and practice. That's just the way it is. All right. This, for us, it's not the NFL where a guy just shows up and he can play. Our guys have to get reps. But he's had a good week of practice. Greg Bell's had a better week of practice. Because they see it, and they see I'm not playing. I'm going to play the guy that does it the right way, and you're going to have to earn it, and you're going to hear me say it over and over and over, but that's how it's going to be in my room.
Maurice is totally recovered and available.
Absolutely. He will play on Saturday.
As for the offensive line, there's going to be some shuffling there as well. Look for Tanner Farmer to potentially start at center, but they're still evaluating that situation with him and Cole Conrad as they could do some movement up front, even with Bo Wilson.
But in terms of the calls and the scheme and the game plan in terms of who's in, that doesn't really change. We don't look at that and say, yeah, because this guy's in, we can do this or we can do that more. Obviously, we know the strengths and the limitations of all of our guys, so we try to keep guys out of certain situations. But certainly, it's not a full change in philosophy and like we're going to go right more because one of the other guys is in. We call our offense, and those guys have to know what they're doing, whatever position they're playing. Bo plays right and left. Bo Wilson plays right and left, so he's done a good job of stepping up.
As for the challenge this week for that offensive line, they're going to have their work cut out for them. The Badgers feature a 350-pound nose guard that's going to give Nebraska problems, among other things.
They're stout. They're stout. They're always going to be in their gaps, in the right place at the right time. They just do a good job of running their defense. So we have our work cut out for us. They're very detailed. They're detailed with their hands. They're detailed with their hat placement. They're detailed with how they're surfacing blocks. In terms of how they take on blocks with linebackers. The nose is one of their best players. Along with number 53 and number 43, both of those inside linebackers, damn good players. They're young at the defensive ends, those two ends, but nevertheless still good players. So, honestly, we're excited about playing those guys. Excited about the challenge. As we are every week, and we know, week in, week out, it's on us, so we're prepared for it.
And then finally, Nebraska had referees back working practices again here today. They haven't had them since fall camp in August, but when you lead the nation in penalty yardage, it's something they're trying anything right now to get shorn up.
We obviously have to fix our penalties. We got too many doggone penalties. We had refs out there today. We got to fix it. It's not, okay, I'll get them the next time. No, now it's 2nd and 20. We can't recover from 2nd and 20 a lot of the times. We're playing behind the sticks too much, So we got to be able to be proactive and fix these teachable moments for our guys.
Do you usually have refs out there in practice?
They were in fall camp some of the time. Obviously you can ask the head man on that, but they were out there today. And as many times as they're out there, we want them out there because our guys need to be able to see it. When we run a motion, you can't be sitting here moving your feet. Okay, now I'm going to get lined up, and now we got illegal motion. That happened in the football game. Those things matter in the heat of the battle, and we just can't have those things. But all 3 phases of the game, we just keep killing ourselves. And, we need to have a clean game where we don't have turnovers, we don't have penalties. We go out there and play the game when they made the game, how it's supposed to be played.
The Huskers will have their walkthrough practice here on Thursday. They'll depart for Madison on Friday afternoon. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.